Good morning. What time is it?
It's 8:10.
8:10. We are at Hog Camp Gap. As usual, we're about to climb. This is like a 18-mile day. It's going to be a long one, so we're going to take our time, and hopefully it'll be a good hike. We're going back to Punchbowl where we have our car.
Punchbowl Overlook, 16.5 miles, 3,000 feet up, 4,700 feet down.
A snake and I just squeaked at each other. They jump when you jump. It's pretty interesting. There's some pretty morning glories along the way. That wasn't a bad climb, but we obviously have more climb and then descent. I don't know if I said this, but we were talking to Charlie. He thinks our best life choice may be to come back here tomorrow and then spend the night in the woods, because a 22 with that big descent of the priest at the end may be a bit much. I mean, we'll see how today goes. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to talk to Coach and Garmin, but they did it yesterday? Yeah. But, you know, it kind of makes some sense for us to just go ahead and take our pack, enough stuff for one day in the woods, one night, and get as far as we can and then save the priest for the next day. But we'll figure it all out later today. It's pretty up here. There's supposed to be some views pretty soon. Wow, this is beautiful. There is no camping up here. We saw a sign. No camping in the meadow. Kind of hazy this morning, but it's still really pretty. And we're going up there. Just stood on top of those rocks and did a 360. This is Coal Mountain, and Charlie told us we'd have some really good views up here. I think we're not going to have as many views as the day goes on. It's going to be more just crunching out the miles. We've come almost a mile and a half of our 17 and a half, I think it is. So, you know, we're just going to take our time. Now I think we're going to drop down. Well, we just climbed about 600 feet. It wasn't bad. It had switchbacks. And now we're up on top of a ridge. We're about 3.5 miles in. That's most of the climbing until we get near the end, I think. But we have a big climb right at the end and then a couple ups and downs. We have a ton of down, like 4,000 feet. And about 13 left to go, 13 and a half. It's still really nice this morning. That climb at the end of the day is probably gonna be pretty hot. No views. Well, this is pretty. We just popped out. Have a nice view. We've been walking through so many pretty wildflowers. There were those red orange ones that hang down, and they're pretty just hanging, but they've got like those tiger stripes. I put some in the video the other day. And then the morning glories and yellow flowers and pink flowers. It's really pretty. It's a pleasant walk. We're getting ready to go down 1,300 feet. This is one of those red flowers I was talking about. It looks not that interesting, but look how interesting it is. We just crossed US 60 and ran into Dragonfly and her parents and her brother and Charlie. She was doing a 2 mile, so this is where she'll start after she visits with her family. I think Sinatra's getting back on trail when she comes back out, so that's good. Charlie's taking a vacation. It's getting hot for Charlie. We are about 2 miles, is it right, from the shelter? And that's where we're going to stop and have lunch. And I think it's another 500 feet down, because that's all we're doing is going down.
Then we're going to go up.
Yes. Wait till the very end to go up when it's hot and we're exhausted, because that's how the AT rolls. We stopped here at Brown Creek and got water. And we are about 9/10 from the shelter. The shelter has a spring in the wet season, but it's not been the wet season, so we went ahead and got the water that we needed here. Turns out you walk along the creek for a really long time. We didn't know. So you don't have to get your water back there. You can wait until you get closer to the shelter if you want. We just talked to another hiker that said there's another good spot to get it about a quarter mile from where we got it. So that would put you less than half a mile probably from the shelter. And it's just still going along. It's beautiful. There was a ton of storm debris, probably about a mile back. Huge trees. Had to be like a tornado or something. It was a shame because it was some really nice old trees that were all just wiped out. This is the Brown Mountain Creek Shelter. Pretty high test grill. And yeah, the creek's still right down there, so you definitely don't have to carry water. It's lunch break. Lunch is over. We took a half an hour. And now we have 9.1. And we have 2,200 up. I can't remember how much down. We still have a little bit of down, but we're definitely going to be doing more climbing. We got like 5 miles to Reservoir Road, and then that's when the climbing really starts. Oh, there's some more tenting. I think the one we saw before was much better. It's past the shelter. There's some really nice tenting. Oh, there's some on the other side of the stream too. So there's a lot of tenting here. Well, here's the bridge over the creek, which just explains how there's tenting on the other side. There was a sign like this on the other end as well, and I didn't stop to read it. My bad, but this used to be a community between the two signs, and you could see like the walls and stuff where they had put revetments up around the creek, but very cool. And there are benches, both places for you to sit. He's plugged in. He's podcasting. Yeah, you walk along the creek for, well, I guess the sign said 1.7 or 1.4 miles. It's been really pretty down here. Kind of dreading going back up because it's going to be hot when we start to climb. We are almost 11 miles in, and we have popped out next to the reservoir. I think Charlie told us we'd have some views of it. I hope so, because right now we can't really see much of anything. It's still been pretty flat. If anything, we went down more. So we're going to start climbing pretty soon, and it's going to just be a booger. There's a little peek of the reservoir through the trees. I don't know if we're going to see any more than that or not. Hard to say. Yeah. Some boats down there and everything. We are getting ready to go over a big bridge. I think this may be heading toward Reservoir Road. Passing a bunch of people all of a sudden. This must be Brown Creek still. Brown Mountain Creek. Oh, this bridge is bouncing. Well, we'll see where we end up. This must be the road out here. I think so. Not much to see here. For the Nobos, this is the 800-mile mark. We cannot wait to get back on trail up north and finally have these things have meaning for us. Yeah, it's just a bunch of pine cones for us. We have about 1.75 miles to go, and it is hot, and we are ready to be off this mountain. Whoops, I just dropped my stick. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
We made it. 16.9, 8.5 hours. Whew, that was hot, but we are done. And now we gotta work our way up to Waynesboro. Hi there.
Hi, kids.
It's like midnight. Midnight.
Welcome to Waynesboro.
Yeah, we're in the tiny house.
We made this.
At Stanimals.
We made the jump from Glasgow Stanimals
to Waynesboro.
Yeah. So here we are.
Yeah. We, as you saw, we hiked the 17.
Punchbowl.
Yeah. It was really a great hike
until
it got hot.
3 months. Yeah.
We're kind of looking forward to going north, but.
Yeah, it was really, really. The heat got to me on that 1,200 or 1,300 foot climb at the end, but it was just at the really low altitudes. It was really warm.
Yeah.
I was like, because we were down around.
And there wasn't any breeze really.
We're down around 700-800 feet elevation, and it was really, really warm down there. But once I got up to about 1,400 feet, it was a lot cooler, and there was a tiny, tiny bit of breeze.
Tiny.
It was survivable after that. The higher I got, the stronger I got. But boy, I overheated. Man.
Yeah, but so then after we got back to the car, we drove up here, and it was like an hour to get up here.
Right at an hour. Yeah.
Right, but Christine here is doing a great job, and Rumble's gonna take us. We're gonna leave our car at 56, and then drive back to Hog Camp and do the 19 and come down the Priest. But we talked to Coach and Garmin. They've been like hiking a day or two ahead of us, the same things that we're doing. Yeah. And they did that yesterday and said that they said that the Priest is steep, but the other terrain is not bad. So, fingers crossed for the 19, and we'll see how bad it beats us up.
I mean, at this stage of the game, we got our trail legs pretty well under us, and, if the treadway is good, smooth, and there's not a lot of rocks or weird stuff, we can make pretty good speed.
Now, they did a 15 that would technically be our next 15, and they said it was pretty rocky and not a lot of fun. So we may actually skip over that and do the last 14 miles that we have.
We may
just to give ourselves a break.
We may not hike Sunday.
Yeah, we may just take the day off. But it's our hope that we will be done in Virginia by the 5th at the latest and head north.
Yeah, we're going to go see our buddies Kathy and Larry.
Yeah. But, it's like I said, it's late. We've got to get up early, so that's all from us.
See you guys.
Thanks for watching.